I got to hand it to the CW, but they were bold to try it with this one because I don't see how they ever thought it was going to work. But then again, this is the CW. They have never been profitable since they started, and that's a fact. I did a video on that as well. But let me get into what it is I actually have to talk about in this video here, right? It was last year I did a video on the live action Powerpuff Girls series that they wanted to do, and it was absolutely bloody awful. Truly, truly awful. The information that I got, the information that was out there was absolutely horrendous. Everything about this song did terrible. Absolutely terrible. Now, what I had found out was that they had made, I think it was about 2 or 3 episodes of it. I believe, and that's what I heard that they had made with it, but then they canceled it before that. Apparently, a trailer for it has leaked online, and it has reignited all the absolute cringe-worthiness of it. I'm going to go through a few things here, so let's dive into it one time. First off, this article here from Bounding Into Comics. Trailer for the CW's live-action Powerpuff Girls series from Diablo Cody leaks online, and it's worse than you can possibly imagine. Oh, yes, it is. To the misfortune of everyone's eyes and ears, the trailer for the CW's failed live-action Powerpuff Girls reboot has found its way online, and suffice to say, it's very easy to see why the series was binned before it could properly get off the ground. Again, as I say, this is the CW. The people responsible for such fantastic shows like Naomi, where it looked like the people literally brought in set props from what they had home in the garage, right? And not to mention Gotham Knights, a video game that had potential, that was good, and they decided to make a series about it and make it absolutely horrendous. I watched 1 episode, threw up in my mouth, and never went back. It was terrible. Everything terrible. I mean, Flash started off really good, but then after like about, what was it? Like about season 4 or 5 or something, so it was absolutely unrecognizable. You're sitting there like, what in God's name is this crap? Then you talk about Arrow, and at some point in that thing, Oliver Queen just needed an arrow himself, and that would have been the end. It was terrible. They literally ruined this. So I wasn't shocked by them and this at all. For those either unaware or who have fully repressed their memories of the project, I envy those people. I really envy those people. Powerpuff was set to deliver a mature reimagining of Craig McCracken's original IP, therein revealing that the girls were real-life superhumans whose childhood exploits had been milked for fame and profit by their abusive creator, Professor Utonium, who, of course, Donald Faison, they race-swapped him because why not? However, after a mission goes awry and results in the death of Mojo Jojo, who's not a monkey, by the way, who is revealed to be not a monkey, as the cartoon is said to be an in-universe animated adaptation of the girls' actual adventures, but rather Professor Utonium's old lab partner. The girls retire from the skies and proceed to go their own way. Blossom tries to live a normal life. Bubbles becomes a washed-up celebrity trying to cash in on her name. And Buttercup is a lesbian who turned to a life of fighting fires to prove herself a real hero. Of course, Buttercup is a lesbian because why not? Why not? Penned by Jennifer's Body Scribe, Diablo Cody, and starring Chloe Bennett from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as Blossom, Dove Cameron from Disney's Descendants, and Bubbles newcomer Yana Peralt as Buttercup, and Donald Faison from Scrubs as Professor Utonium. The series was originally announced as in production in 2021, but ultimately canned before scan following roughly 2 years of development hell. And with the 2023 news of its canning, that was the last audiences would hear of the ill-fated series. Now, again, the information that I got is that they had actually filmed, I think it was 2 episodes of it. You understand me? And it was it was bad. It was really, really bad. And you know, they went in, they kept trying to make they wanted to revamp it to this, revamp it to that, and they couldn't figure out what to do because what they wanted to revamp rather than actually make it good, they wanted to keep all the core elements of why it's terrible but find a way to make that good, and that wasn't happening. And the show just kept limping along until it just fizzled out. Or so they thought. On the morning of March 6th, the aptly named Lost Media Busters group of media archivists revealed that they had not only acquired a copy of Powerpuff's main trailer, but they had also made it available for viewing to the general public. And while their effort should certainly be applauded, after viewing it, one almost wishes that they had let this one lie, because the brief 3-minute preview shows, by and large, one of the worst things to hit the internet in recent years. Now, you're looking for it, it's going to be hard to find it. You understand me? But because I refuse to suffer this alone, I actually have the trailer and I'm going to play it for you here. So take a look and get ready. Yes, it was that bad, people. It was that bad. Let's continue on it. Featuring all the worst modern writing tropes you can imagine. Oh, yeah. From the girls having the most generic CW personalities ever. Blossom is neurotic. Blossom is a ditzy party girl who drinks too much, and Buttercup is also rebellious and edgy, to the most tired and uninspired one-liners ever put to paper. At one point, Buttercup can be heard refusing to wear the ostensibly her green superhero outfit on the ground that it's gender normative and ass ugly. Yeah. I tell you what, this raw boy, the trailer perfectly encapsulates the detached irony slash audience subversion mindset that has currently infected pretty much every type of popular entertainment. Ay, 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 boy. I tell you, it was really, 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 really terrible to go through all of that. But there is some more information in regards to it, because in regards to the information that was out there years ago, they also got some information in regards to what the script for this terrible, terrible thing was going to be about. Like I said, I did hear that they had made about like I think it was about two or three episodes I heard that they made, and it was just terrible and they couldn't fix it. But let's go over to Cosmic Book News here. And they already go through the most of what I already done. Let me just get to where they talk about this script. All right. According to the leaks, which are all over social media, the Powerpuff script contains the following dialogue and scenes. Right? Makes mention they are trying to wake up Blossom, and if she doesn't wake up, they will leak her nudes, which worked once before. You can tell this is a work of absolute masterful entertainment, because they're going to leak nudes of Blossom online. That's what people do apparently now. Bubbles makes mention that she saw on social media that Blossom got a promotion and still talks to her grandpa despite their political differences, and coming back is triggering for her, and that she killed Mojo or some nonsense. Yeah. Bubbles says she loved being Powerpuff Girls, but sometimes they wanted to be something before, and compares it to Dirty Dancing, where Baby wanted to join the Peace Corps, but also wanted to be a fancy slut, and that her dad didn't get it. Great. Bubbles tells her dad that she always believed in him, even though he sold away their likenesses to that cartoon, which totally whitewashed us. Yeah, because this is the thing. You understand me? This is the thing. This is the same thing that Velma did. You understand me? Velma took pot shots, gut shots, groin shots, everything at the original Scooby-Doo. And for some reason, they thought that would be something fun. They thought people would sit there and laugh at them mocking the original Scooby-Doo or anything like that. But it didn't work. It did not work. It was never going to work. People do not like what they have being dragged through the mud or what they love to do because you figure that, that is supposed to somehow be good. Humor can be done humorously when they do certain things. If they crack on our shoulder, they could do it. Look at when Family Guy decided to do Star Wars. I mean, they made fun of all kind of thing in Star Wars and thing. And I remember the people behind Family Guy was saying that when they first did Blue Harvest, they were terrified that they were going to get sued. And it was such a hit that they actually had to make the other movies and stuff to get it done. It was really, it was interesting, but it was done in a fun manner. No, that's not what they do here. They do these things to be absolutely freaking mean and deceitful. Another scene features Blossom finding Buttercup in bed with a girl she had just met at the bar the night before, where it says Blossom hears a bumping song from Buttercup's room. Yeah, I talked about this in another video I did in regards to it, because this was a pattern they were trying to push, and finds Buttercup in bed with Macy. It's noted they've just finished, where the script places emphasis on finished. Buttercup questions Macy if they are done, with Macy replying 6 times is enough. Buttercup says something about a hate boner. Yeah, because God forbid you not do anything like that. Powerpuff Girls was is a cartoon. Came out some years ago. They did you could say like a kind of revamp of it a little while ago. Had some more stuff like that. It was actually good. It was actually good. You can look at it and take a little laugh and something like that. It was good. It was good. This sounds horrible. This sounds horrible. Some other scenes including making a joke about the video game Toe Jam and Earl and that it sucks. Yeah, look, the bottom line of it is that this whole thing was a disaster in the making. These are not the Powerpuff Girls. This is some weird CW crap that they were trying to do to piss all over something that was popular, and it blew up in their faces. Like I said, I understand that, from what I heard, they made about 2 or 3 episodes. I doubt whether we'll ever see those episodes. Like, if they have any sense at all, they decide to bury it. But the fact that they actually went that far is not shocking. They basically finished Batgirl and then decided to scrap that movie. These are the kind of nonsense that you get. So yeah, I'm not surprised that CW is out of business now when they were making nonsense like this. There you go, people. Live action Powerpuff Girls. As horrible as you could possibly imagine it to be. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.